Palma. Oh, pass. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Puentes.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Lorda is open. 3-point.
Goodness! Isang jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness!
Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, the MPBL, now on its 7th season. We are back at the Brenziquiao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. It's the Bulacan Cuyas and the Bacolod Tubos Slashers in our first game as we continue our regular season dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. 6 p.m. ang laban ng Pasay and Valenzuela, and in the main game is the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Meanwhile, let's meet the starters courtesy of Richard Tampos.
In Season 7 of Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. Let's introduce the starting lineups, beginning with Bulacan Cuyas. Playing center number 15, Erlan Umpad. Point guard number 17, Marlon Espiritu. At forward number 21, Jeb Bulawan. Shooting guard number 24, Gino Humawas. Power forward number 21, Joseph Celso. Bulacan Cuyas is led by Terence Reyes with the team manager Kendall Velasco. Now the starting unit for Bacolod Tubo Slashers. Power forward number 0, Chester Saldua. At guard number 8, John Pastias. Point guard number 9, Mark Dubuse. Coming in at center number 25, Miles Canyal. Small forward number 10, JC Adjay. Bacolod head coaches Pau Habilona. Assistant coaches Noy Baclao, Emric Sahota, and Briton Habilona. Assistant team manager Kevin Custodio. The game officials are Edmar Abis, Edwin Bubos, and Mark Franco.
Starting 5 is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Bulacan has Marlon Espiritu, Gino Humawas, Erlan Umpad, Jeb Bulawan, and Joseph Celso. For Bacolod, it's Mark Dubose, John Pastias, Miles Canyal, JC Adjay, and Chester Saldua. Immediately, kita mo yung size dito sa side ng Bulacan, Javi.
Well, that's with their advantage lately. No, they've been playing with a really big lineup, and that's why they've been improving their play. Their rebounding has been better. They've been able to produce more points. It's really a matter of just closing out games and being more consistent.
And the lead pass of Pastias leads to a turnover. Bulawan with the steal. Binigay agad kay Gino Humawas. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. So the two pass, Javi Palanya and Lyra Punsalan, bringing you the action from the Brenziquiao Convention Center. Parehong kupunan dito, combining for only 3 wins so far this season. Dalawa for Bacolod, isa for Bulacan, and JC Adjay draws the foul on Jeb Bulawan.
That's a strong take by JC Adjay on the break. That's where he's really good at, attacking in transition. That was a 3-on-2 break, advantage Bacolod, and he just took it all the way to the rack. Just not able to finish the basket, but getting 2 free throws here.
Adjay at the line, he misses the first.
Yan lang talaga ang isa sa mga kailangan niyang i-improve. Aside, of course, from his perimeter shooting and outside shooting, it's also making free throws on a consistent basis. He gets fouled a lot because he likes to go to the hole a lot.
Marlon Espiritu now umpad. Umawas with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Umpad with an advantage inside the paint, but he could not convert from close range. Here comes Adjay. Pastia steps out to the corner. Three-pointer. Walang tinamaan. Bola mananatili sa Bacolod.
The umpad thought that Kanyal had last touch on that basketball. That's why he just let it sail out of bounds. But apparently our referees seeing that it was last touch by the Kuyas. Oh no, he's going to correct the call.
It took a while there to correct the call. Our officiating crew, Edmar Avis, Edwin Bubos, Mark Rancudo, and Benjo Estroga. That's an offensive foul on Espiritu.
He had his elbow up, tinamaan si Dubose doon sa may kanyang ilong. That's going to be the challenge for the Bulacan Kuyas here. It's really only Espiritu and Humauas who can bring down that basketball. And when Bacolod exhibits this backcourt pressure, they're going to have to bring the ball down as a team.
Dubose fires a three. That's in and out. Rebound. Nakuha ni JC Adjay. Pastias. Met by Celso. 5 seconds to shoot. Saldua. Good challenge by Bulawan. Kanyal with the offensive rebound. Nagcut si Pastias. And the layup goes down para kay Janjan Pastias.
This should be very unacceptable for Bulacan. They're already playing with a huge lineup and yet they are still giving up a ton of offensive rebounds here at the start of this game.
Umawas. Gets it to Bulawan. Jeb fades away. Bank shot won't go. Rebound, Kanyal. It's off to the races. JC Adjay. Another trip to the line para kay JC Adjay.
I'm going to be expecting a lot of free throws for JC Adjay in this game. Definitely a more improved season this year para kay JC Adjay. A lot more responsibility and he's embracing that responsibility para dito sa Bacolod. 11.9 points per game this season.
Adjay.
Yun lang.
Turuan mo nga.
Tinaano ko eh. Ayusin mo. Si Tito Rudy Distrito napailing eh. 0 for 4 at the line to start the game,
Including an air ball.
and that is Humauas with the score.
This guy really has to get it going para sa Bulacan. I still believe that there is that potential for him to be even better than he already is right now at this moment.
Adjay misses after that follow-up. Espiritu. Well, I know Bacolod will feel that they would have a better chance dito ngayon because of the record of Bulacan, but they can't take this team for granted.
Oh,
right now.
definitely not. This is still a team with a lot of veterans. They still have scoring machines in Gino Jumawas and JR Sumido, and they got a lot of confidence from that win against Parañaque.
A lot of misses early on. Espiritu fires a three. That won't go. Rebound ni Miles Kanyal, and papasok pa si PJ Intia on the next dead ball, and look at Adjay hang in the air.
At least redeeming himself from those last 2 misses, actually last 4 misses from the free throw line with that incredible hang time move.
Umpad. That's a jump ball.
That's going to go the other way. He was waiting for the defense. The double team came.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke.
hung in the air, nakaupo pa sa ere. JC Ajay, that's one of the things he does best.
Intia wide open for three. In and out, rebound, Di Celso.
The second three that went out para dito sa Bacolod. Should have been 2 threes already in this game.
And they are in no rush whatsoever. Bulacan.
Clearly.
And that's why Bacolod has to quicken the pace because Bulacan wants to just pass the ball around. So Brevega misses the three. Grabe yung labanan dun sa ilalim. Intia and the much bigger Celso.
The Bacolod now 0 out of 5 from the outside. Those 3-point shots not yet falling down. But both teams, di pa rin naman masyado nakakalayo dito. It's 4-2 on the scoreboard.
It's 4-2. What a low-scoring affair here in the first.
Already more than halfway through this first quarter.
Umpad inside the paint. Inabot ni Kanyal. But
Yeah, he's gonna get fouled there. Got caught on the wrist on the hook shot.
yeah, I think so.
The left-handed hook shot there. Could have made it easier for himself if he went for the drop step instead of that move to the middle. But apparently there's gonna be a challenge by Coach Pahambilona.
So it will be a challenge for Bacolod, and we will be right back.
The challenge made by Bacolod is unsuccessful. Foul on Miles Canyan.
Unsuccessful challenge for Coach Pau Vilona. From that angle,
mahirap tingnan eh.
Mukhang tinamaan ng bola. Pero ano bang angle na nireview nila?
Well, apparently they have the virtue of different angles, I believe. Kaya lang, dapat yung nakita nilang angle, dapat yun ang pinapakita nila on screen dito sa venue. The umpad there makes the first free throw, but there's still a lot of complaining here by the Bacolod bench. Coach Pau Vilona and his staff still can't believe that their challenge was unsuccessful.
Yeah, because sa angulo na yun, bola yung tinamaan eh.
Yun na nga eh.
Anong pad. Converts. 4-all ang ating score. 4.5 minutes to play.
This just might be in the running for the lowest scoring quarter by both teams in a game.
Kaya nga. Here's Umawas. Binigay kay Umpad. Puts the ball on the deck against Kanyal. The kick out, Umawas. 2 seconds to shoot. Mababa ang opportunity, mababang chance mo pag nakaset up ang depensa. Kaya minsan, pwede mo rin bilisan ng laro, no?
Yes,
Pwede din, no?
pwede din talaga. Even in their half court, you know, they're just passing the ball without any intention of trying to break down the defense, and they're trying to go late into the shot clock.
Eh, siyempre, pag late into the shot clock ka na, mas mahirap na yung mga tira na i-attempt mo.
Ajay misses. Bulawan, fast break. Yes.
That could have gotten away with an offensive foul there.
John Sobrevega.
Oh, this should be in his bag.
Yes. Short on the 3. Espiritu with the rebound.
Well, Bulacan with an early lead here, Sedef. This is surprising to me.
8-4.
You see here, Espiritu getting the pass, that lead pass, the lob to Erlan Umpad.
That's the first fast break of Bulacan in this game that they were able to convert in, because the previous
Transition attacks, walang bumababa halos sa kanila. It was just one guy against 3 guys, 1 against 4. That was usually the situation.
Ajay fires. Honestly, naninibago ako dito sa laro ng Bacolod because the last time I covered them, they played so well.
And they're taking a lot of three-point shots, which they haven't converted yet. And also, aside from those attacks by Ajay, none of their attempts inside have been successful.
Marquez, Umpad with the offensive rebound, gets it to Celso.
Now, I understand that he was against 2 people there, but he had the height advantage. It could have just put it up strong. Could have gotten the 2 points and extended this lead to 6. But Bacolod will be getting possession back here.
Only 4 points so far, and we're already winding down this first quarter.
Well, that's an easy basket right there para kay Soriano. Nice bounce pass by, I think that was Aquino.
Yeah. 8-6 is the score. Papasok na si JR Sumido dito.
Yeah, expect the scoring to turn up a notch, at least for the Bulacan Kuyas once Sumido comes in.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Umpad goes to Marquez, a 3. No. Celso with a rebound. Unable to score inside the paint. Intia. It's a wild pass. Just can't seem to catch a rhythm here. They don't have they're a little short on personnel. Ira Batalier is not there.
You're right, but you know they're not short on scorers. A lot of the guys on the roster right now.
Yeah, Canoy
are
has not
capable
been fielded in yet. No, andun si Aldave Canoy.
Tama, oo.
8-6 ang ating score. Aquino binabantayan si Sumido, whose older brother actually played with Pau Havilona's older brother, si assistant coach, si Coach Briton.
In college?
In college, yeah, in West Negros University. Si may ano dito, magaling ditong kuya ni JR, si Jetrick.
Scorer rin ba yun?
Oo, scorer din.
So it runs in the blood.
Score lang lahat yun. Nagtatrabaho na yun sa ano ngayon, sa LTO, sa Bacolod. Kaya kung may kailangan ka. Marquez, binabatan ni Movida. They go to Celso. Jumper won't go. Rebound. It's with Soriano. Does not want to give it up to the point guard.
Oh, he really forced the issue there.
He had Sobrevega there.
Yeah, and also another guy on the left side. That was a 3-on-2 break.
Just medyo na ano ako dito sa game na to.
Yeah, what is happening?
A little frustrating for both teams. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Marquez hits the side of the board. Intia on the move. Sobrevega, the drop-off. Aquino. Alam mo, Avi, kailangan mo na pumasok eh. Mag-sub ka na.
Yeah. I'm coming in. Papalit na ako.
Only 6
My
points.
goodness.
Marquez, Celso now. No, hindi nagkakaintindihan.
Yun na nga eh.
Sumido, sails in, no.
Wow.
Rebound, nakuha ng Bulacan Ibe. And thankfully, it ends. Salamat.
Wow.
At nagbasa tayo dito, end of the first period.
We're definitely not going to be able to show a lot of highlights from that first quarter for sure. The agony.
And here was the first basket from Gino Humawas. But sabi nga natin, actually pwede nila mabuo yung buong first quarter sa 30 seconds na highlights. Tama ba? Tama. Umpad with a layup underneath. Early goings ng ating laro, hindi po kayo namamalikmata. 14 points combined lang yung dalawa nating kupunan. Magbabalik kami.
Coach Pao Havalona of the Bacolod Slashers arrived safe and sound here at the venue despite getting involved in a minor accident earlier with the motorcycle on their way here. Thankfully, walang nangyaring masama and he still managed to show up completely locked in for Team Bacolod. Sabi ni Coach Pao, after their 5-game losing streak, talagang finocus daw nila ang mga shooting drills and extra hard defense and training. Gutom na nga daw ang team na manalo, which is obvious with his frustrations with the recent matchups. Kaya naman pinupokpok daw talaga niya ang mga players to be more aggressive and to perform, of course, better for the team. Kaya naman na kahit may konting aberya sa biyahe, his commitment to leading Bacolod back on track never wavers, which hopefully will translate for the rest of the game. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And it's actually homecoming si Lyra dito, Avi, no?
Yeah.
Mukhang,
This
Sa-
is
saan
her-
niya galing ba to?
Baluarte. Sa
saan
kanya
na
galing to.
Buti naman.
LBS Bake Shop and Kitchenette. Masarap.
Okay, thank you. Tignan natin yung first quarter field goals.
Combined 6 out of 33 for both teams.
Ang sarap i-cover. Celso for 3. It's good.
Well, that's a good sign to start the second quarter. I think both teams definitely want to move forward from that atrocious first period.
And I don't know, kung hindi ka ma-motivate after ng performance sa first period na yon.
Well, yung Bacolod team na to, dapat doubly motivated sila, lalo't na kababayan nila ang nagko-cover ngayon.
Dapat kabahan sila dahil
Yun
kababayan.
na nga.
Dahil kababayan nila yung nagko-cover.
Kaya dapat nahiya sila doon sa pinakita nila.
Celso, another 3. Oh, back-to-back. Para kay Joseph Celso, and it's now an 8-point lead.
Well, at least
For
this
Bulacan.
guy is also showing up here at the start of the second quarter.
Movida to Dobose. It's a foul on the drive.
Celso's actually always been a very serviceable big. From his days in San Juan to now with Bulacan.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
A smart rebounder, guy who could stretch the floor and can also defend multiple positions.
Pastias has missed his last 2 attempts. Another chance for Bulacan to extend the lead here. Steal by Saldua. And Saldua will finish. Chester Saldua.
A rare turnover to a fast break opportunity para sa Bacolod. The Bulacan's gotta be careful. They have to take care of the basketball because it seems that the Tubos Slashers are ramping up the defensive pressure here. You could see the faces of Coach Pao Javelona and his staff on that Bacolod bench. They want an improved intensity on defense.
Osicos misses the layup. Here's Aldua again. Nakakuha siya ng foul. Really up to Bacolod kung paano nila mag-respond dito against Bulacan.
2 successful stops right now. This was the first off the steal. Saldua finishing on the break and making it just a 6-point deficit para dito sa Bacolod.
7:40 remaining here in the second period. We'll be right back. We are back at the Brenzigal Convention Center. First of 3 games dito. Ngayong Martes, get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. There's Dubuze. Saldua. Kick out to Dubuze. Movida from the corner. That's a 3. Tumama ba sa board yun? Parang tumama sa board eh.
Weird angle to find out, but that's the first 3-point shot of Bacolod in this game after 11 tries.
14-11. So Mido goes to Celso. Now the extra pass. Marquez, corner 3.
He loves those corners. Ito si Balong Marquez.
Back the other way, off a made basket. Dubuze finds Movida for the layup.
Now both teams just really picking up the pace on both sides of the floor.
So Mido,
That's a terrible
Celso's not
pass.
gonna get there.
A good defensive pressure shown there by Bacolod, preventing the basketball from even making it down to the other side of the front court of the Bulacan Cuyas.
Saldua to Dubuze. Now to Kanyal. Movida on the curl. He'll pull up. Jumper won't go. Saldua taps it to Paschas. Jan is fouled. Yung early advantage mukhang nagising dito ang Tubos Slashers.
Chester Saldua is bringing the energy, helping Bacolod even on the rebounding end, aside from also scoring the basketball. He's trying to pick up from where he left off in their last game. He had 20 points against Val City, including 6 rebounds.
And meanwhile, our Lyra Punsalan has a report.
Determined and hopeful pa rin itong si Coach Terence of the Bulacan Cuyas despite their standings. Patuloy lang sa pagmamotivate, he said, as he focuses on the bigger picture of growth and development. Isa sa mga naging priority niya lately ay ang pagbibigay ng mas maraming oras at training sa bench players. Kailangan silang maging mas involved at engaged sa bawat laro he shared, not just for their own improvement, but to also support the first 5 when it matters most. It's a long road ahead, but Coach Terence believes that every player's contribution counts. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Lyra. And Terence Reyes has embraced this role that he has now with the team. Ang nakita ko, ano pala to, Javi, matibay pala to. Mahilig din maglaro to eh.
Nako.
Tsaka singer. Nakita mo ba?
Completos Ricardos pala.
Completos Ricardos.
So, hindi lang pala siya artista rin.
Oo.
Singer din pala siya.
Naalala mo ba na nakita natin yung social media profile niya na,
Yeah.
na kumakanta siya sa Instagram.
Celebrity potential pala to si Coach Teres.
Sabi nga ni ano, di ba?
William Martinez,
William Martinez. Sabi ni Christian Luanzon na unfortunately cannot make it today. Mag-ano na sana ako
May laro ba siya mamaya?
May walkthrough daw eh.
Ay, may walk.
May walkthrough.
Kasi alam ko semis na yata doon sa liga nila eh.
Kaya, seryoso. And speaking of that, ako naman ang nakamiss ng laro ngayon. Dahil doon.
Ikaw ba yung nagsakripisyo
Ako
eh?
nagsakripisyo ngayon. Yung semis namin mamaya,
Hindi mo mapupuntahan.
hindi ko mapupuntahan. Okay lang, kasi mukhang si John Sobrebega.
Hindi rin naabot.
Is Celso knocking down that jumper earlier.
He's on a roll here in the second quarter to si Joseph Celso.
He's got 8 points already and 3 rebounds. Hindi po seryoso yun. Laro-laro lang po yun. Ha? Pero syempre, mga tao competitive dun.
Well, I heard Jan Sobrevega's been quite the player in those leagues.
Oo.
He's got a lot of MVP sa ibang mga liga.
Pinapatulan eh. Pasyas, drives. Saldua, layup, yes. Walang magawa si ano doon, si Jan Sob doon kasi yung manager ng team, kuya niya. Okay, assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Kaya nga nagtataka ako, pag maganda yung mga laro niya dun sa ibang liga, bakit pag kino-cover ko siya dito, eh hindi maganda yung pinapakita niya?
Iba naman yung level na yun. But kidding aside, medyo matindi yung labanan mamaya. Abangan mo na lang ako kasi nakalagay dyan sa mamaya sa may live stream ako dito sa kabila.
For sure. Sige, may mga kaibigan rin ang maglalaro dun mamaya eh.
Much anticipated YBC semifinals. Sensor versus Modern Fox.
Nako po, may Modern Fox. Marami rin tayong mga tropa dyan.
Oh, travel on Sumido. Siyempre yung team namin, batiin ko na. Boss Ace Barreto, tsaka yung mga Boss Kaloy Sario. Siyempre Sario Brothers.
The Sario Brothers.
Oh, and
Marco Sario.
Oo, siyempre MVP frontrunner. Siyempre Boss Kaiser guys.
Oy.
Nag-power nap. Nag-power nap pa bago ng championship, ng finals, semifinals mamaya.
Kailangan well-rested si Boss Kaiser.
Oo. Nakabila, dami mong kaibigan dun, ha?
Oo, sila Jigs Reyes.
Oo,
Andun.
CJ Ramos.
CJ Ramos, yes. The always well-conditioned CJ Ramos.
Oo. Pag tinatawagan mo yun, sa iba-ibang parte ng mundo.
Nako. Always ready yun.
19-18 is the count. What a low-scoring first half this has been.
Well, these things have gotten a little bit better here in the second period.
Only a little.
Just a tad bit better.
Somido fires and scores.
They did a good job there defensively, preventing Sumido from making some bigger space, but Sumido just doesn't really need a lot of room to launch.
Ajay.
I feel like Bacolod has to be even more aggressive in trying to attack the rim. I understand that the height advantage of Bulacan has been preventing them from trying to get inside the shaded area, but I think ball movement and quicker can help them.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances sa subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Ajay continues to miss. And he banks in the free throw. 17 points against Val City, 9 rebounds and 5 assists. And we cannot state how important it is, understate how important it is for JC Ajay to really, improve at the line because with the way, with the style of play, kailangan talagang he should be at the 65-75% area.
You're right. Dun pa nga lang sa mga games niya, he's averaging double digits. But what if he makes at least most of his free throws, gets at least 70-80% of his free throws, he could average even more, maybe even 15 to 17 points per game. He's averaging close to 12 points per game so far right now, as we see Sumido knock down a 3-point shot from that deep right corner.
24-19, Ajay Kanial with a finish.
Because you see the different facets of his game has dramatically improved talaga. You know, the confidence, you could see it, it's really showing. But the free throw shooting talaga, very important for him.
There's 2 foul shots coming up para kay Gino Humauas. The play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Nonetheless, we're very happy for JC Ajay with the opportunity that he's getting here with Bacolod.
Ano yan? Face of the franchise.
Oh. Yeah. After, you know, being sidelined most of the time dun sa kanyang mga previous teams.
Valenzuela na yan. Nag-Bacoor na rin yan. There's a timeout here for the Tubo Slashers, trailing by 4 in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Bulacan lost to Davao 62-74 in the last game. And that game saw them just getting hammered inside the paint. 42-14. Ang laki ng advantage na yan, Javi.
Yeah, and they didn't really win any quarter in that game. They were really dominated by the Tigers in the opening buzzer until the final. But at least, you know, one positive thing they could draw from that is that they only lost by 12 points. Usually you could see them lose by so much more. At least now you could see them, the fight is in them more after that win against Parañaque.
Alex Gonzaga is entered the game. Nabitawan ni PJ Incha.
You could see a lot of frustration on the faces of the Bacolod coaches right now. Coach Pau Javelona is definitely not happy with what's happening.
I wouldn't be. Definitely. Marquez throws an air ball.
Wala na ba talaga balak maglaro si Coach Pau?
Pag pinasok mo yan, yung Davilona Brothers tsaka yung Baklaw,
Yun na nga eh.
ano yan?
This is
May
gonna
ano
be a
yan?
way different team.
Palag yan.
Palag na palag yan. Baka automatic playoff team sa South to.
That's a illegal pick on Kanyal.
But has he really stated that he will be retiring already?
I think he's in the lineup.
Okay.
Pero syempre, mas pinipili niya na
Iba rin naman kasi talaga yung pressure ng pagiging playing head coach.
pinipili niya yung, and not just that, no, marami pa siyang inaasikaso din sa team. Intia.
Nice box out, Ton.
No.
Galing
Mukhang,
talaga ng MD natin.
Are you protecting me, Ton? For the first time? It's nice. There's some action dun sa loob. They want a review.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a review. Both teams are instructed to go back to the respective benches.
Check out what happened here. Ayaw patanggapin ni Aquino si Sumido.
There's a takedown. Nagkabuhol-buhol rin yung mga braso nila. I think there's just going to be a warning issued.
Number 13, J.R. Sumido. Technical foul on number 26,
double
Renz
technicals.
Aquino. Both for unsportsmanlike behavior.
That's a good call para tapos na. We can move on. A minute and 20 remaining in the second period. Gawix Gonzaga, 12 seconds to work with. Marquez pulls up. Yes, good. Ganda nun.
That's a tough shot. Yan kay Balong Marquez. You know, he's been a proven scorer here in this league. That's why inaantay ko rin din talaga na pumutok ito on a consistent basis. Ito si Balong Marquez para sa Bulacan.
Saldua drives, goes to the middle, in and out on the push shot. He gets his own miss and will try again. Pabandang tira. Unable to make the shot again. 27 to 21. Bacolod only with 21 points in the first half. Really out of sorts at the moment. Sumido.
I think that's going to be a foul on Ajay.
You're right.
Kind of held down Sumido as he was trying to chase for the basketball. Could have been an impressive defensive stop. Kaya lang may paghawak talaga eh. It happened almost right in front of us. Ano bang masama dun? Penalty na dito ang Bacolod.
Yan, sa kakadribble ni JR,
Ayun o.
naubusan na siya ng galaw. May hawak sa balikat.
Ajay already did a wonderful job of forcing Sumido to dribble out that basketball. Alam naman natin si Sumido, he doesn't really have a lot of moves. But if you let him shoot, he's definitely gonna make the shot. So now you give Sumido a chance to make 2 shots at the line. And he's a high percentage free throw shooter to si J.R. Sumido.
Huwag ka na magsalita, Javi.
Yun na nga.
Ano na lang tayo? Tigil na natin.
Sometimes I really talk too much.
Kaya, Sumido.
Kaya minsan naiintindihan ko rin yung mga dahilan ni Coach Christian na minsan di siya pwede.
Kaya nga eh. 7-point lead para dito sa Bulacan. 6 points para kay J.R. Sumido off the bench. 28 to 21. Ajay gets it to Saldua for 2.
Terrific two-man game there on the left side of the handoff. Ajay locating Saldua on the roll.
Wala nang oras dito. Are you not aware?
Gonzaga.
And nobody was shouting from the bench na wala nang oras. Nobody. Nobody even told him that there was no more time. Unbelievable. 28 to 23 at the break. Bulacan with a 5-point lead against the Bacolod Tubo Slashers.
Is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya's. That is the most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left hand for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he backs the straight left hand. And there's the punching. Bulacan. This is why we use the word sensation.
Manalang gets it back. 8 seconds to work with. They go to Giab against Capulong. Nice fake by Giab. Atake ni Josh Giab! What a move from Josh Giab! Look at the move from Josh Giab. The shot fake. And lets Capulong fly by with that hang time move.
And the thing is, may nakadig pa si si Mitch Maynes.
Olegario drives right at Jego Dario. Finds a way. Oh my! Hindi ko alam paano nagawa ng paraan ni Jay Olegario yun. I could not even find him. Could not even see him. 3 players against J.R. Olegario.
Hindi mo na nga makita.
Kaya nga.
Plus 10 ang Pasay, 14-4. Cyrus Tabi quietly has been having a solid season.
What a pass.
And what a pass. Like you said, papunta kay AJ Coronel.
And that's with the left hand. Usually, players are good with their strong hand, no? Yung mga magagaling pumasa. And this one, though, using the left hand for that behind the back in tight space.
4-point lead para sa Abra. Taiwan. Ildefonso, oh what a move! Dave Ildefonso able to elude the defense. At ito yung magandang galaw ni Dave Ildefonso.
And that's just muscle memory para dito kay Dave Ildefonso.
The Risers with a glimmer of hope. Kani. Kani for 3! Oh! Hubert Kani, I tell you, never count the Risers out, especially here on their home floor.
That's right. He rose up with those hands challenged by Philip Manalang and still knocked it down.
Pasay looks like they're getting a win here after back-to-back losses. Oh, Adlawan could certainly dunk. He'll try for that and he does! Slam jam for Dolan Adlawan.
Pasok na sa top 3 yun, yung dakdak na yun. Maybe the number 1 play.
They trap Pido. He goes to Himpayan. Waray finds Pingris for the hammer.
Oh boy! Me, oh my! Mark Pingris!
What a slam galing kay Mark Pingris. He went up there.
To Coach Stephen Mapera's playbook that he could have more playing time for Parañaque in the coming games.
Pido. Oh! The exclamation point to this one!
May pahabol pa!
Nawala tuloy headset ko. Nagulat ako.
That's the first time I've actually seen somebody in the panel lose their headset after a dunk.
Ibang klase naman kasi out of nowhere. And Warlo Batak.
Mina against Darang. 5 seconds to work with. Mina fires a 3. Good! Alan Mina! 10 points in the game. And a clutch basket for the Cowboys.
Boy, and what you love about this, the guys on Ilagan, the Cowboys, clutch after clutch.
They have been fouled as well there.
Yup, didn't get to land on where he's supposed to.
Yes.
Oh my.
Big time shot galing kay Allen for 2. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Bataan. Mitchell with the in and out dribble. Mitchell, what a finish! What a finish! And I thought I was watching Dr. J right there. The in and out dribble. Maynes gets deep and adjusts, contorts, and just lays it in with some English. What a spectacular move from Mitchell Maynes.
Dr. J-like, if you ask me.
Back inside the Brenzy Giao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga, kung saan ang Bulacan Kuyas have a 5-point lead against the Bacolod Tubo Slashers. And both teams combining for 14 points in that first period, but slightly improved performance in the second period, particularly for Bulacan. And you gotta take the positives out of this one, even though there have been a lot of really low lights in this first half.
Yeah, you're right. And Bulacan here has been getting a lot of outside shots compared to Bacolod na isa pa lang ang naipupukol galing sa labas. But they've had 16 inside points compared to Bulacan's 4 points inside the paint. So contrasting points of attack para sa parehong kupunan here. It remains to be seen if both teams will be continuing their points of attack here in the second half. Alam naman natin itong Bulacan may kakayanan rin na pumunto sa loob at itong Bacolod. They have shooters also on their lineup. So we expect those shooters to maybe get a rhythm in the second half, especially Jan Sobrevega, Jan Pastias. We haven't seen Aldave Cano yet in this game.
Yeah. So Joseph Celso, a couple of threes in that first half. Chester Saldua leading the way for Bacolod. They really took their time in the locker room. Javi. Medyo mahaba-haba ang sermon ni Coach Pau Havilona sa kanila.
At sigurado masinsinan yung naging usapan nila doon. You see both Coach Pao Havilona and Coach Noy Baclao standing there on that Bacolod sideline, making sure that this team will be off on the right foot to begin the third quarter.
Marlon Espiritu, bigay kay Humaw As. Bulacan able to get an attempt. Celso gets the offensive rebound. And they will not be happy with that if you're Bacolod. And as Celso has 10 points in the game.
Yeah, Joseph Celso getting a ton of offensive rebounds already in this game. That's 4 rebounds in the game para kay Joseph Celso. One thing he does best, really crashing that offensive glass, but that's an open lane there para kay Miles Cañal. Something that they didn't really explore a lot, giving that ball to Miles Cañal on the block and having him make baskets inside the paint.
Now a turnover. Look at the defense there. Non-existent.
Yeah. Just an open lane right there. Just an easy fake handoff for Miles Cañal. And then just like the parting of the sea para sa Bulacan Kuyas, allowing Cañal to get the easy deuce. And there seems to be a stoppage here.
Yeah. May nire-review yung mga officials natin.
At least the intensity and the pace has quickened and increased here at the start of the third quarter. I'm sure both teams really ensured that adjustments have to be made here in the third quarter.
Tinamaan daw sa panga. And then sportsman-like foul. Let's see if this is going to be upgraded.
Offensive foul on number
Only an
17,
offensive
Marlon
foul.
Espiritu. Sport.
So, apat na though for Espiritu. That's their starting point guard.
Pao Havilona's asking for it to be upgraded because above the shoulder contact daw.
Medyo inaluan ng konting gulang ni Espiritu.
But we're gonna have to check with the technical head George Vaccino later if above the shoulder contact is supposed to be an automatic at sportsmanlike foul, because sa pagkakaalam ko hindi.
Yeah, there are instances.
There are only may criteria na dapat sinusunod eh.
Hindi porke tinamaan above the shoulder, it's already gonna be an unsportsmanlike foul.
(30-25). Here's Saldua. The Bozay. Pastias will fire. Still no go para kay Jan Pastias. 5-point game. Ayaw ng Bulacan ng mabilisan laro. Trying to set things up here. Celso to Sumido. Pinabantayan ni Pastias. Sumido blocked by Saldua. Kanyal quickly to Pastias. 3-on-1. The no-look pass. You gotta shoot that, my friend.
That's already an open basket, supposedly, para kay Chester Saldua. Nice delivery galing kay Janjan Pastias, setting it up with a no-look pass. All Saldua had to do was just lay it up. I don't understand why he had to make another pass to the left side.
Yeah, but again, we have a challenge, and we will be right back.
The challenge has been nullified. Shot clock 19 seconds.
Challenge nullified, Avi, after wasting 3 minutes there.
I don't understand why. And there's no reason stated as to why it was nullified. Usually, ang sinasabi, pag hindi maganda yung naging angulo sa replay, inconclusive. But nullified, not really sure why.
Tumawas. Fouled on the way.
That's already number 4 on Miles Cañal.
Such a weird game. It's such a weird game. You have a starting point guard on the other side that's also on 4 fouls. The starting center on the other side has 4 fouls, and we are just in the third quarter, but the two teams only combining for 55 points, make that 56 points.
A lot of peculiarities that have been happening in this game.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Kahit papano naman, at least as we've been progressing in this game, talagang it's been getting better, at least than what we've seen in that first quarter, which was definitely terrible.
Well, this game needs a spark, and hopefully the Bose can provide that para dito sa Bacolod.
He's highly capable of it. We've seen him in some games this season where he's been that energy booster para sa Bacolod.
Sumido gets stripped. Tapik, nakuha ni Marquez. Balong knocks down that free throw line jumper.
Marquez has been hot in this game from mid-range. 7 points now para kay Balong Marquez.
Maya Soriano lost it, recovered by Marquez. Bulacan. I get it that Bulacan does not want to make the game faster because that will be advantage Bacolod.
Yes.
That there are opportunities, no, na pwede nilang bilisan yung laro.
Yeah. They have to recognize those opportunities where they can push the ball forward. Yung problema rin kasi,
pag may opportunity sila na tumakbo, konti lang yung bumababa sa kanila. That's why napipilitan talaga yung mga gwardiya nila na i-pull back and wait for the other guys to get back down. And the defense has already been set there.
Celso. Bigay kay Marquez. Uses the Celso pick. Adje with a steal. And JC Adje will lay it in. Just a 4-point game. 5 points now for JC Adje. You feel like itong Bacolod is, you know, on the verge of, you know, putting together something. And when they do that, mukhang may hirapan ng Bulacan na makabawi. It's just because, you know, lamang na lamang sila sa, you know, bilis dito.
You're right, Sidelf. And that's why the Kuyas have to be wary to not give up this lead, because when they do, we've seen them have a hard time really get back from deficits in this season.
And yes, that's Saldua scoring on the break. And yun yung sinasabi natin for Bulacan. Pwede nung bilisan ang pace ng laro nyo din. Because either way, Bacolod is going to play fast. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play. On the go speaker, take your music anywhere.
And Saldua there with a nice finish, able to shift hands to protect the basketball from being blocked. 31-33, 5 minutes and 48 remaining in the third.
Back inside the Brenzy Giao Convention Center, and that's a Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. And Chester Saldua finished with 20 points and 6 rebounds against the Valenzuela City Magic, and pinapus ang Tubo Slashers there. He completes the 3-point play. 1 point na lang ang lamang ng Bulacan Kuyas. 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals for Saldua.
Yeah, the problem with this 20 points in their last game, he had 14 of them coming in the first half. Only scored 6 in the third and fourth periods. They could have really used more of his scoring in that second half. Ooh.
There's a unsportsmanlike foul. And this game has seen a lot of stoppages. Our referees getting their hands full here.
Well, there have been a lot of action off ball. You know, the players have been holding each other down, trying to fight for position. See here, Bulawan makes the pass there to Celso, and then watch Marquez there get the push behind. I think it was Dubuze.
Should be just a loose ball foul.
Yeah, I don't think there was much force there.
33-32. Habang naghihintay tayo ng mga desisyon,
Shout out
tayo
galore
sa mga eto. Fan ni Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Oh,
Direk Krister Isulat. Okay? Syempre, kaibigan natin yan. Team Modern Fox din.
good afternoon, Direk. Happy
Namit mo
viewing
na ba yan
to
si
you.
Direk?
Hindi ako sure eh.
Ano daw yan eh? Lagi daw sa yan eh. Sa
But
UN?
Oh, but
UN? Ano naman yung UN? Ha? Sa BGC
The
man na?
last attempt of Joseph Celso
Yan.
will count.
Yung mga pamilya ng ating mga coaches,
number 6, Joseph
Anna
Marquez
and
for
Pearl,
excessive hard
wives
contact.
of Pau and Brito Navilon, kasama ang kids, si Molly, si Trey Tation, wow. Yun.
fully clothed in
Okay, ano,
Bacolod jerseys. Huh?
It's my first time seeing them as buong pamilya.
Talaga?
Kasi ang naalala ko, I've because Coach Britton was in Dubai for a long time.
Doon siya nag-based.
Doon siya based for a while. And then kami doon, nag-dinner kami doon kasama si Pearl, yung wife niya, pero yung kids wala pa doon. Actually, buntis si Pearl nun sa youngest nila. So yan, ngayon kompleto sila. It's my first time na nakita sila.
It's a family affair for the Tubos Slashers.
Si Molly, naka-pink na skirt to go with the Tubos Slashers jersey. So
Very fashion.
may vlog yan.
Talaga?
Yung Havilonas. Ano ka ba? Kailangan updated ka sa mga social media.
I will follow the Havilonas.
35 to 33.
Looks like a model family. A modern family.
Oo. Marquez well defended by Dubouzet. There's a foul.
Balong Marquez really buckling down to work in this game. Pero si Sumido ang na-foul doon.
And there's Sumido at the line. Alam mo, I don't think, you know, these teams, I know they're down there in the team standings, 12 points si Jer Sumido in the last game. But they have to think na pwede pa rin sila kasi
Yeah, this is a long season.
May play-in pa.
Yeah.
You may not make the top 6, but 10 teams will play few more games.
And yeah, that's what I've been repeatedly saying, this entire season to Delv, that hindi pa huli sa mga teams, lalo't lalo na if the reason for the slow start is dahil late na sila nabuo or late na sila nakapag-practice together. The benefit of a long season is that you could really use the time at the start to develop that chemistry. Once you develop that chemistry, then you could start developing a rhythm, and then you could start generating those wins and getting higher in the team standings.
Another giveaway for Bulacan.
At tama ka, yung play-in tournament, it's one of the newer additions to our regular season this year. That's why mas maraming chances ang mga teams.
Should be a fun way to make it to the postseason. Points off turnovers for Bulacan, 0. Wala silang na-convert sa 8 turnovers ng Bacolod. Alam mo bakit?
Yeah,
Hindi sila
they're
tumatakbo.
slowing down the pace.
Ayaw nila tumakbo eh. Sumido finds a way.
And yet, despite that scoreless stat in that department, they still continue to hold this lead at this point.
Saldua. Binigay kay Pastias. Still looking. And Pastias continues to miss.
It's really been a struggle, a long afternoon para kay Janjan Pastias.
Saldua scores. Saldua gives up the foul. Palitan siya dito.
Janjan Pastias is now 1 out of 10 from the field. Celso turns the ball over, and then Saldua unchallenged at the rim. 12 points now in the game para kay Chester Saldua.
Top of the 37 of Bacolod. Sumido gets it to Celso. Now Umawas on the wing. Gino has Sobrevega all over him. Bulawan with a stick back.
Jeb Bulawan, you may not be able to rely on him to generate his own offense, pero on the glass and for putbacks, he can definitely contribute.
Sobrevega, the bounce pass. Soriano, no. And the tip in from Ajay.
That's an athletic play coming from JC Adjay.
9
crashing
points.
the offensive glass.
May 9 na puntos na si JC Ajay. And Ajay trying to take that ball away pero nakaapak sa linya. 1-point game. Almost a steal. Celso. Sumido fires and hits.
Celso could have gone for the shot himself, but he made the extra pass to the higher percentage shooter, which was J.R. Sumido, knocking it down. But also the answer on the other side by Aquino. Sorry, that was Movida.
Movida, 1-point game here. Celso. Just barely escaping a 5-second call. Marquez looks at the clock on the other side. 5 seconds. Sumido gets trapped. Puts the ball on the deck. Right-handed scoop, no good. Ajay. Ooh.
That's definitely going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. Practically a clothesline to the neck.
Clothesline.
This is basketball, ladies and gentlemen.
Ano
No
na to?
room for that here.
So Ajay will get 2 free throws, definitely. Clearly an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, I don't think there's a need for a long review. Coach Pajamalon is asking for a ref sub.
And sportsmanlike foul ang signal ngayon. JC
Unsportsmanlike
Ajay will
foul,
have 2
number
free throws
21, Joseph
para
Celso, for excessive hard
unsportsmanlike
contact.
foul on
Second
Celso.
foul on Joseph Celso.
And 9 points in the game. Ajay continues to miss at the line.
He's now 1 out of 7 from charity stripe this afternoon to Delph.
Oh, wow. In a 1-point game. Bigat niyan.
Ooh. Wow, I'm an even better free throw shooter than JC Ajay.
Pwede. Ang problema, hindi ka naglalaro sa MPBL.
Yun na nga.
Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes here with Emer Oreta, Rudy Distrita, and Satar Macantal. And Ajay goes back to the bench. Intia. Back out to Sobrevega. John gets it to Intia. Inside, PJ misses. Aquino now with Intia. Pinilit. Inabot din ni Osicos. 2 beses na blanca dun si PJ Intia.
That's not a good decision there by PJ Incha, forcing the shot twice there among the trees of the Bulacan Kuyas.
And he also gives up the foul on the driving Gino Homawas.
I could have easily kicked it out ito si PJ Incha kanina, just like this one.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. This is a surprise to me considering parang to me, ang layo na nang narating ng laro ng Bacolod eh.
They've been getting better game in and game out, no? But now this seems to be the
Parang may regression na nangyari dito in this game. Pascha's aggressive move, no good. Rebound ni Ibe.
Yeah, regression is definitely the right term there. I
It's
wouldn't
an
say
8-second call.
I wouldn't say that they would have plateaued, but I think this is definitely a regression on their part. I definitely would love to know the reason why, but you know, it definitely happens, you know. Minsan talaga may mga araw na di mo alam na mapuputol na lang yung progreso mo bigla eh.
You're not. There are days when you don't. You're not gonna play well all the time.
Yeah.
Movida misses. Aquino inside. Pinilit. Pinilit pa rin.
I think overly gigil din sila.
May may halong gigil eh.
I think it's stemming maybe also from that frustration sa loss sila against Val City eh. Kasi, that was a game for them to win.
Kaya nga. Well, they were looking for a foul there. I don't think there was a foul. A lot of frustration on the part of Pau Havilona. Kita sa mukha niya.
Yeah, you know that on his mind, he thinks that his team can dominate this Bulacan squad, and yet they continue to try and chase them.
So get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Three-point lead for Bulacan, 45-42. Celso gets it across. Osicos now with Celso. Sumido now. Celso able to grab that one, and he puts it in for two. And they only looked at it. Where was the D there?
Wow.
Tiningnan lang nila.
Miraculous pass there by J.R. Sumido. Yes, Bacolod just standing around and watching that ball fly up to Joseph Celso. Watch it here. Sumido, I think he even tried to attempt for a shot there, but then
Celso all alone underneath the basket, allowing himself to get on that reverse layup for 2 points to beat the third quarter buzzer.
You gotta play until the buzzer sounds. Kaya medyo frustrating yung sitwasyon na yun, and there's been a lot of frustration in this game. Pero marami din tayong highlights. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration habit.
Mark Dubusse has been trying to be the spark here para sa Bacolod to Bus Slashers, but he couldn't really get it on a consistent basis. JC Ajay has been having some good plays in this game, but his free throw shooting has been suspect, and the Bulacan Kuyas have been still steadily in the lead. Now up by 5, heading into the final frame, 47-42.
That's our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. That's Molly and Mom Anna right there.
Aww, cutie pie.
Grabe, project na project.
Mana sa magulang.
Oo. Nakasmile si Molly, si Daddy Pau naman, medyo hindi maganda ang mood.
Total opposite.
Oo, kasi 5 ang lamang ng Bulacan dito. They actually played them to a 19-19 tie in that third quarter. First quarter really just atrocious.
Definitely.
8-6. Celso fires a 3, and that is an 8-point lead para sa Bulacan.
Joseph Celso now with 17 points in this game, including 8 rebounds to Delph. Bulacan is now 6 out of 13 from downtown in this game. And Joseph Celso, I think that's his third 3 of this game. Yep, third 3 of this game. He's 3 out of 3 from downtown. Ito si Joseph Celso. Top of the circle, trifecta. Joseph Celso extending this Bulacan lead to 8.
Dubusse misses the free throw.
This almost easily could be Joseph Celso's best game of the season for Bulacan.
There was a game na I think their first win. Maganda rin pinakita niya doon. Si Sumido lang ang napiling best player.
Yeah, even that game against Marikina where hinabol nila yung 30 points to make it competitive at the end. He also had pretty decent game. I think he had a double-double in that one.
Sumido. It's trap. Humawas. Celso to beat the shot clock. No good. Dobose nagmamadali. Quickly to Pastias. Janjan.
That should be... Oh, I thought that was going to be an offensive foul. I saw that left hand warding off Celso.
Third. That's the fourth on Celso?
Third.
Third. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Stream Appliances na subok at kompleto ang appliances brand na Pilipinas.
Well, Celso was trying to ask Coach Terence to challenge that call, pero hindi na siya pinagbigyan dito. Trying to save it for maybe the latter part of this game. Lamang naman sila dito ng 8. And now just a 7-point lead after that free throw.
Press here. Espiritu has 4 fouls. Trying to get past Dobose. Barely got it across. Picks up his dribble. Only 10 seconds in the shot clock. Pastias and Marquez.
Oh, that might be it para kay Balong Marquez.
If it's a technical.
Technical yung unang sinenyas ng ating referee.
Well, they're looking at the officials now, but I think it's really down to the play of the teams.
Yeah.
That is a
Number 8, John Pastias for unsportsmanlike behavior. Technical foul on Bulacan. Number 6, Joseph Marquez for unsportsmanlike behavior. Combining with unsportsmanlike foul earlier.
Okay.
Joseph Marquez is out of the playing court.
Marquez is out of the playing court after the second technical.
That's going to be a big loss para sa Bulacan because Balong Marquez has been key for the Kuyas in this game. You watch him here trying to fight for position against Janjan Pastias near that elbow. Exchanging some sweet nothings.
Grabe yung technical. Kasi sa mukha talaga nila pinakita eh.
Yeah, just to reiterate the heaviness nung kanilang kasalanan.
7 points and 4 boards para kay Joseph Marquez. As he goes back to the bench. Or dugout rather, sorry.
Yeah.
Diretso na yan sa showers.
He's gonna have to watch the rest of this game
On
from
his-
the locker room.
On his phone. Oh, took an extra step there pero walang tawag. Celso diving in. He missed out on boxing out Celso.
19 points, 9 rebounds para kay Joseph Celso, but the quick answer there by Pastias, carving out space by himself. Ito rin yung di ko maintindihan sa Telfic. Kanina pang nakaupo si Marlon Espiritu at wala pa namang dissenting point guard yung Bulacan.
Well, he had 4 fouls.
Yeah, no, but what I don't understand is why didn't Bacolod put on the pressure
Then.
then?
This is the Gangster great move of the game, born for greatness. Pastias going downhill here against Celso.
Celso's trying to protect himself from getting his 4th personal foul there, kaya wala rin siya masyado nagawa. Good move by Pastias. Smart move as well.
Espiritu. Here's a double. Sumido. Yes.
Pastias gambled. They left Sumido wide open on that left flank.
Pastias bigay kay Saldua. Adje. Walk.
Nakikita mo no? Yung gigil talaga nandun pa rin eh.
they don't seem like they're making
Yung
logical decisions.
yung pasensya wala eh.
Oh, nagmamadali sila. And look the way they play defense here. They're trying to force turnovers. I get why they want to get easy baskets, but you have to play within your schemes.
Tough look para kay Sumido. Unable to finish. 10-point lead for Bulacan. Doboze inside the paint. No. Now they're playing catch up, and because Bulacan's length is an advantage here, nahihirapan ang Bacolod makascore sa ilalim.
Yeah, it's now clearly bothering them compared to what we saw in the first half where, JC Adjay, PJ Insha, Chester Saldua, they were able to get inside incursions. Pero ngayon, talagang the inside defense of Bulacan has been holding up.
Gumawas, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Sumido. That's it to Humawas. Gino, the extra pass. Bulawan for 2.
They're making the right reads. They're taking what the defense is giving them. They're moving that ball around. Di sila nagmamadali dito, and they definitely don't have to because they have this big lead.
Kanyal against Humawas. Miles could not convert. Rebound is Saldua. Chester drives. Kicks it out to Aquino. Aquino on the drive. No. He's fouled by Humawas.
If not for that first half, Bulacan's really playing a good second half right now.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet. Title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Bulacan with the finish there.
Yeah, numerous players, chipping in, contributing, doing their own little part in making Bulacan hold this lead.
And 1 for 2 for Aquino. 57-46 now. No, 57-46 with 6 minutes remaining. Espiritu. Atake sa gitna. Espiritu draws the foul. And kung ganito na yung magiging tema ng ating laro, mahihirapan ng Bacolod makabalik dito. Pangatlo na yan for JC Adjay. He sends Espiritu to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, Espiritu still scoreless in this game, but he does have 4 assists.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. This is now the biggest lead of the game at 13, 59-46 for the Bulacan Kuyas, chasing their second win of the season. The Tubo Slashers looking for win number 3, down by 13. We have a timeout.
JR Sumido of the Bulacan Kuyas admits he's a little wary of today's matchup against Bacolod, knowing it's a young and energetic squad, but he is ready, especially with the chemistry he's built with Gino Chumawas on the court. At sinabi at nakikita nga doon natin yun ngayon. Sana mag-work yung tinginan at tulungan namin, he said. Malaking bagay yung bond namin para sa execution. With that connection and his steady experience, JR hopes to help Bulacan stay composed and respond well against Bacolod's pace tonight. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Naira. 16 points na si JR Sumido. Saldua, atake, banks it in for 2.
Yeah, they need more of that for right now.
Yeah, 14 points for Saldua. Celso in the middle. Umawas gets it across. Intia right there defending him. Gino. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Umawas. Intia completes the stop. Saldua against Espiritu. Shovel pass to Aquino. And oh my goodness. What is going on?
I think Saldua has to be more aggressive. So there had been a couple of instances where he could have went for the shot already.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Just like in that play, he has that ability to attack the basket. Pero may dalawang times na nga sa laro na to kung saan binitawan niya pa yung tira eh.
Sumido.
Oh.
Wow.
But this guy is just a miraculous shot maker. Akala mo talaga sa paggalaw niya parang hindi marunong eh. Very unorthodox yung kanyang galaw eh kontra Chepo. But he is making points.
Look at this. He had to improvise as he draws contact from PJ Intia. 61 to 48. He could not complete the three-point play. Intia. Saldua. Adji was actually waiting there and double Zay for 2. Ikakatuwa ng kanyang coach yan. Coach Richie Militante of the LCC Blue Panthers. Would you believe it? Doon ako nag-aral.
Really?
Na Consolacion College, Bacolod.
Akala ko Lasal ka all the way.
Hindi. College lang. Lasal, Bacolod din. Humawas. Bigay kay Espiritu. Celso. He's been knocking down shots. No good this time. Bulawan with a rebound. 10 seconds to work with for Bulacan. Espiritu. That ball knocked away from Dubuze by Dubuze.
Bacolod should not lose hope here and they should try to make smarter decisions on both sides. Posible pa ito. This is still 3 minutes and 35 and just an 11-point lead that they're trying to chase.
Oh. Sumido. Short on that one. Adjay. Here he comes. Adjay. Fouled by Espiritu. Tinamaan sa mukha si Marlon Espiritu. That will be number 5 on Marlon Espiritu. This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners.
JC Adjay actually just might be their best defender and he can really read those passing lanes well, aside from the fact that he's a good finisher in transition, just like that.
Was he in position there? Or was there a swing dun sa ulo ni Espiritu?
I think Espiritu was really more into the grill of Adjay there.
We'll be right back for the result of this challenge.
The challenge made by Bulacan is successful.
So it's a successful challenge.
Wow, and it's going to be an offensive foul. They turn the call around. See what happened here. Yeah, there was an elbow to the face.
Oo.
And I think he could have done better if he made another dribble and another step. Medyo napaaga yung takeoff niya eh. Kaya siguro naging medyo awkward yung pag-takeoff.
And again, Miguel.
Yes, tama. No, I think it was last touch on Dobose.
Now they've put themselves in this position. The Tubo Slashers, now they have to figure out a way to get back.
Yeah, they can't blame the officials for, calls that aren't going their way. At least they forced this 5-second violation. They themselves have put themselves in this position.
It's going to be a long drive back to Manila.
For sure.
Yung 1 hour, magiging 3 hours yan.
Tsaka I'm sure walang mag-uusap sa kanila. Walang usapan. If this really turns into a loss para sa kanila, may pag-asa pa naman to. This is still 3 minutes.
Kanyal wants the ball against Celso. Kanyal, nice drop step. Yes, sir. It's been there since the first quarter, that option.
Yeah, they just haven't been going to it a lot. But each time they do, nakaka-convert naman siya.
Okay, nakaagaw sila dito. Dobose inside the paint. Now it's just a 7-point game.
7 points now in the game para kay Dobose. Same number of this lead right now, the Bulacan Kuyas. Kaya lang, they give up a foul here and they're both already in penalty.
And check out this play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And this is the right play for Bacolod in that certain instance because Celso is trying to protect his fouls here. He already has 3. He doesn't want to get his 4th. And Bulacan knows how important it is for Celso to stay in the game. Lalo't lalo na ang ganda ng nilalaro niya dito.
Eight-point game as Espiritu converts on the second free throw. Dobose in the paint. Labas kay Adjay. Adjay is fouled and he will be tested at the line again.
JC Adjay is 1 out of 8 from the free throw line this afternoon.
And the thing is, Javi, it's not like Bulacan has been really outstanding in this game. It's just that Bacolod is just poor.
Actually, you're very right on that observation, Sidel, because nasabi na nga natin kanina that Bacolod, despite their record, they have been improving game in, game out. We've been seeing the progress. But what's happened in this game, as you mentioned earlier, it's just really regression on their part. And Ajay continues to struggle at the free throw line.
He's now 2 of 10 at the line. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Espiritu drives, kicks it out. Somido.
Oh,
yes. #21 in the game for Somido. Aquino, Mintesantres. Ajay to Saldua. Dobose drives. No good on the layup. And what a time for Bacolod to play probably its worst game of the season.
Easily.
Because if you look at it, papasok sa game na to, you really have to like your chances. And then, ito yung nangyari ngayon.
You're losing just by 4 points to a veteran-laden Valenzuela team. Should be a good jumping point into this game. You scored 82 points in that game. You had decent performances from a lot of guys. Aldua had 20 points. Ajay had 17. Miles Canyal had 10. And then Aldev Canoy had 8 points in that game. Canoy hasn't been present in this match. He's on the bench, but he hasn't been fielded in.
Saldua lets it fly. No. Rebound ni Espiritu. Doesn't look like Bacolod can come back here. Pero nakaagaw dito. Doboze lays it in. It's an 8-point game. Espiritu in pain here.
Now he's gone through a lot of punishment in this game.
Holding on to his right shoulder.
I think he's able to put pressure on it naman. Medyo may tama lang talaga. There's like a big red mark on that right shoulder.
It's a mandatory sub though. Tingnan natin how they will finish this game. The Bulacan Kuyas. And this is a problem if you're just trying to protect the lead rather than attack.
Yeah.
Kasi parang pinoproteksyon na lang din ng Bulacan ang kalamangan nila eh.
Of course, they don't want to do anything too drastic here. Because, you know, they're up by 8 points right now, a minute and 18. It's all about time management and taking care of the basketball.
And he's also teed up Duboze.
Wow. I think this might be just one of the games, or might be the game this season with the most technical fouls and unsportsmanlike fouls called.
Walo ang puntos ang kalamangan dito. Sumido has come alive in this game.
He's definitely hit some big shots almost each time that Bacolod has been threatening to make a run. Sumido has been available for a dagger shot.
Umauas ang nasa linya. Mintis ang unang free throw. Bacolod needs a miracle here para makahabol. And Coach Terence Reyes and the Kuyas are looking good at the moment.
Do you remember the time when Gino Jamawas was quite the scorer in high school?
Yeah, MVP yan ng NC.
Oh,
With the San Sebastian Staglets.
you're right. Yep.
10-point game with a minute and 18 seconds remaining. Kuyas on their way to their second win of the season. And Bulacan's next 3 games, they take on the Quezon Huskers on June 18, June 26. Mindoro ang makakalaban nila. Batang Kangkalu ng Caloocan on July 14. That's a long break, Javi.
Yeah, but they do need that long break because that's quite the schedule as well para sa kanila.
Teams in playoff contention in their respective divisions, Quezon, Mindoro, and Caloocan. And the Huskers fresh off a win on their home floor in their last game.
Doboze knocks down the 3. Let's see if it gets interesting here. 12 points for Doboze.
Well, we've seen stranger things happen. This is not yet impossible.
Turnover. forced.
Let's see what happened here. Nice flare screen set there by Saldua, and then you see there the conversion on the catch and shoot by Mark Dobose.
They need a quick one again. Saldua gets it to Ajay, goes downhill, blocked by Celso up top.
He really
Wow.
has been
Dinikit.
the man of this game para sa Bulacan, doing almost everything para sa Bulacan. That's an 8-second
It's
violation.
an 8-second call, but what's the use of an 8-second call if you can't convert, Javi?
You're right. And actually, napasama pa nga para sa kanila yun dahil 8 seconds nga yung nawala sa oras. So that's 8 seconds less for Bacolod to still catch up in this game.
Because there's so many opportunities in this game.
They just really blew a lot. You know, imagine, your numbers from that game against Valenzuela. You shot 42.5% in that game, and you only committed 10 turnovers as compared to the 18 you committed in this game.
Daniel and Sumido having a few words.
This game has really been very heated.
And it's heated in a not so good way.
Yeah, I think it really just stems from the fact that
Because they're playing bad.
yeah, exactly.
And Mas Cañal, that's it for him.
Like behavior.
There's just been a lot
Mascanyal,
of
5 fouls.
things in this
JR
game that
Sumido
we
has
wish
committed
really didn't
2
happen.
technical fouls. JR Sumido
This should definitely serve as a lesson for both squads, especially for Bacolod. This really was not in the mirror when they played in the last game against Valenzuela. Only lost by 4 points.
Sumido's out of the game as well.
Yeah. So that's 3 ejections already. Earlier, Balong Marquez was thrown out. And now
But
Sumido and Cañal.
si Sumido, he's smiling because
Well, they're ahead by 7.
mananalo sila eh.
Kaya lang, dalawa ang magiging up for suspensions in the next game against Quezon para sa Bulacan. So that's going to be something to look into.
It's not been the prettiest of games this season.
Definitely not.
And it felt like Negros always had a chance. Bacolod always had a chance. Bagsak si Espiritu. Intia. I have no words, Mr. Palanya.
Don't look at me, Mr. Tupas.
I have no
I
words.
have the same sentiments. If this game could only finish right now at this very moment, I would wish the genie to do so.
Please.
Pinapapasok ka na ni Com. Pasok ka na raw. Pwede ka dito, home ground ka dito eh.
I will not, hindi ko kayang i-risk ang status ko. Oh my goodness.
Are you gonna defend your hometown here, Mr.
No,
Tupas?
I can't. They are defenseless. wala akong magagawa dito. Espiritu. He took his time there, and there's ano siya eh, na puruhan dun sa midsection eh.
Yeah.
Eh, okay na. Pwede na pwede nang paubos na yung oras eh. And then you give up the foul. Parang hindi ko alam, may lalabas na joke o may I don't know anymore.
I just want to refrain from talking. I just might say something that might not be desirable anymore.
And Bulacan also missing. Parang pagalingan eh.
Pagalingan magbintis.
12.1 seconds remaining. And split at the line. Timeout. Dito ang Tubo Slashers. 8-point lead for Bulacan. Tubo Slashers trying to come up with something in the final 12 seconds of this ball game. We'll be right back. .1 seconds remaining. Bola ng Bacolod. Alamang ang Bulacan ng 8. Jay fires an air ball. Absolutely need this foul from Aquino with 6.6 seconds left.
Well, they're just standing in Soto injury here, and come on, we don't need this. This is just
you have to remind yourself that you're representing Bacolod and Bulacan here. Hindi na kailangan yan.
You know what this game has tried to tell me, Sedel? Parang sinasabi ng laro na to na kaya ko pa makipagsabayan sa MPBL eh.
Rudy Distrito. Nung pumasok ng head of security natin, biglang 6 player na Bacolod. And Duboze knocks down the 3. Too little, too late. As Bulacan will pick up their second win of the season at the expense of the Tubo Slashers. 69-63. Combination of a lot of things. Bulacan doing just enough. 3 ejections in this game. And a lot of frustration all around, particularly on the side of the Bacolod Tubo Slashers, but cannot take away the performance from the Bulacan Kuyas. And Joseph Celso working extremely hard to help the Kuyas pick up their second win of the season. He is the best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet, Javi.
20 points, 14 rebounds, 11 on the defensive glass, and 2 blocked shots para kay Joseph Celso. practically doing it all para sa Bulacan Kuyas in this game. Although we did see great performances from JR Sumido and Balong Marquez, it was really Celso's all game long brilliance that propelled Bulacan to this 69-63 victory.
Let's go to Lyra Ponsalan.
Thank you, Sadelf. Joseph, congratulations on your second win this season for Bulacan and on your double-double career high performance. Anong pakiramdam na kahit struggling ang Bulacan, napatunayan nyo na hindi dapat kayo i-underestimate?
Ayun po, nagpapasalamat po kami. Una, nagpapasalamat kami kay Lord kasi binigay sa amin yung panalo na to. At talaga pong trinabaho talaga namin to. Sa practice talagang go hard po kami lahat. Gustong-gusto po talaga namin manalo.
At evident yun kasi na-mention ni Coach Terence that the goal ay mapantayan nyo ang 2 wins ng Bacolod at na-translate yun because of your efforts. Ano pa ang goals nyo for the rest of the season?
Siyempre po, gusto pa po namin na manalo pa po, na mapatunayan po namin yung talent po namin. Ayan.
Any greetings?
Una, binabati ko nga pala yung mga boss namin, sila Boss Sandre, sila Boss Coco, sila Cap JM, sila Boss Hailey, pati yung Celso family, binabati ko. Pati yung asawa at anak ko, mga nanay ko, kapatid ko. Sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa Bulacan Kuyas. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Joseph Celso of the Bulacan Kuyas. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Fill more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Congratulations, Joseph Celso and the Bulacan Kuyas. Win number 2 para sa kanila, keeping their hopes alive this season in the MPBL. Up next, it's the Pasay Voyagers and the Valenzuela City Magic. Dito lang sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, ito ang MPBL. We'll be right back from the Brenzigiao Convention Center.